This is your host, Kgabinator with his co-host, Rellsucka, and they review wrestling together, such as WWE and AEW. They have the best news coverage and the funniest rants. This is the Rasslin and Logic podcast with Kgabinator and Rellsucka. Please enjoy this broadcast. Hey guys, Kgabinator here, and today we're back for another episode of Rasslin and Logic. I almost said Life's Opening Radio, which Josh over here is the host of, because I run Certified Bangers, but this is not Certified Bangers, this is Rasslin and Logic. And Rellsucka is back here with us today. And Josh, do you want to introduce yourself?
Yeah, I am Joshua James Jenkins, otherwise known as Josh times 3, or you could call me Triple J if you really want to. I am the host, as Kgabo has mentioned, of the radio program known as Life's Opening Radio, which gets uploaded every now and then. I'll just say that. And of course, Kgabo is the host of the brother channel, Certified Bangers, which it absolutely is. And yeah, I also have a YouTube channel, a personal YouTube channel for all my vlogs and daily videos or whatever. And I also have a second YouTube channel being Triple J Extra. Mainly consists of currently of Fortnite videos and stuff like that.
Yeah. We have also played a lot of Fortnite together. I know Rellsucka doesn't like Fortnite because he chastises he chastises me a lot for it. And by the way,
Really?
Rellsucka,
Why?
do you wanna introduce yourself, Rellsucka?
My name is Rasslin. You already know who I am.
Yeah.
Well, there we go.
And we've got quite a bit of news to talk about. Unfortunately, this episode has been poorly prepared for. It is the most anticipated episode because we could
The
have
most
another
anticipated episode ever.
we could have another outburst of rage from Josh here like last year when the Royal Rumble came around, and we may or may not see that again. But in the meantime, we've got some news. So WWE Hall of Famer Sonny has been arrested yet again for an alleged terrorist threat. So it looks like she was charged for an unlawful possession of weapons and making terroristic threats. And then apparently she said to this one person, "I'm gonna kill your whole family," or something like that. And it's just weird. She's had such a fall from grace. I don't know if she had any grace to begin with, but yeah, it's a sad state of affairs for her. What do you guys think?
Well, I mean, I don't
That's her
understand
problem.
why she. Sure, yeah, it is her problem, but it's also a problem in general. I don't understand why anyone would do that. I just don't understand it. And I don't understand what the mentality is to go through with that. Something must have set her off.
I don't know. anyway, that's what's going on with Sunny, and we hope she gets in a better mental state, and she gets better from whatever is causing all this trouble for her. What do you think, Rellsucka?
Not really to the ones get involved in that shit. All I'm just gonna say is that's her problem.
Yeah,
Just take care of herself better. But
Well, she's not really Sunny, is she? She's more like a black hole.
yeah,
I mean,
yeah.
like a
And
fucking devil's moon. Fuck.
and then we have Roman Reigns, who apparently sounded like he said the N word on the episode of SmackDown. So he was cutting a promo on Seth Rollins, and he said, "You gotta be living under a rock, nigga." At least that's what I heard. But it was actually quite funny how he realized what he said. Um, he was like that. Oh, I don't think I was supposed to say that. And I thought that was quite funny, but
That was
I
fun.
I know he's Samoan. He may not be a white person, but still, he doesn't really have the right to say that. What do you think
I
about it, Josh? And I do too, cause I'm black.
and now I'm black because my screen went off.
Oh, gee.
That was a terrible joke. I do apologize.
Yeah.
Don't
Um,
unsubscribe.
there we go. Well, I for one don't really want people to use words that they shouldn't use, except if they're used by the right people to say them. If you get what I mean.
Yeah.
So if he's allowed to say that based on, you know, where he comes from and who he is, then fine. But typically, I'm against really anyone saying anything that shouldn't really be said in that way.
Yeah. And there's a lot of speculation about the WWE opening up a forbidden door. There were rumors of this last year with New Japan. Obviously, that didn't happen. But people are coming in with a lot more hope um, this time around, and they have shown signs of it, like Seth Rollins mentioning John Moxley's name dropping it, and then actually in the Royal Rumble, Pat McAfee name dropped John Moxley again when Seth Rollins was coming out for his match, which we will talk about soon. Um, and the Impact
I think
Women's Champion Mickey James came on the Royal Rumble, and maybe it could happen, but I'll believe it when I see it. Same thoughts I had when as the first time around. What do you guys think?
Well, if they're open to it, then fine. I mean, I've always advocated for wrestling to be a universal connection between all companies. I mean, I don't see why WWE should be exclusive, like, to their own sector. I don't. I've always been against them being on their own. Like, I don't understand why they've never really branched out the way that they should have done all those decades ago. Instead of killing off and buying off the other companies, like, or control over the market, per se, they should have worked with them instead. I just don't understand why all of a sudden now they're interested when they never really have been interested before. Oh, AEW is now here and now they're doing it, so WWE have to do it just to seem cool, right? It's no, like, no. If it's not natural, then what's the point?
Yeah.
It's like being told by a parent, "Oh well, just because your friend jumps off a cliff, does that mean you have to jump off too?" Like, no, it's that type of situation. Like, I don't mind WWE working with Ring of Honor or Impact or New Japan or MLW or the Mexico company. I don't mind. It's just it's not natural. It'll be forced because they want to seem cool when they're not cool, as Carlito would say. That ain't cool.
Yeah. And what do you think, Rellsucka?
It surprises me as how long I've been watching WWE. It surprises me that Vince would actually want to work with other people just because they can't beat the other company at their own game. That's where they're going at. And it seems a little bit unfair because they're still a number one promotion, North America themselves. Why would they still want to work together with some other company because they can't beat out the number two promotion, which is AEW?
Yeah.
There's
why
no
would they
point in
want
that.
to beat them?
Because why would Vince say they're not competition? They want to beat their competition. The fuck?
You can have competition, sure, but why would you want to eliminate them entirely? Like, that's just bad business. Like, I've never understood why Vince has always wanted to do that. Like, ECW, we've got to kill it. WCW, we've got to kill it. The independent scenes that used to be around in the 1980s, we've got to kill it. We've got to be one and only. Like, I've never understood that.
Yeah.
Me either. That's on them.
And anyway, WWE 2K22 is coming out in a couple of weeks.
Don't.
And I know that
fuck
Josh has some thoughts about it, so you want to tell us?
Oh
You
no.
did say you want to do a video rant on it.
Yeah.
Can I be a part of it?
Oh, so you Rasslin aren't happy either.
Nope. That shit looks like a game out of PS2. Fuck out of here.
Yeah, I can see where you're coming from, but at the same time, my main issue, and I don't know if you agree with me, Rasslin, on this, but we'll find out now. My main issue is that the actual move animations that are performed by the in-game characters are the same move animations that we've seen every single year. You can go back to Here Comes
right.
the Pain in 2003, and it's the same moves being done in the same way. It's the same selling, it's the same impact, and my light keeps going off, but whatever. It's the same gameplay, and people are calling it different and new, and I don't understand where they're coming from. Yes, I will agree.
Fucking
I
fun
will agree.
and new
Hold
and
on.
stale and
Yeah, I will agree that the controls are new, sure. But what's new about the actual gameplay? If the buttons are switched around, and it's not really new, is it? It's just I don't know how to explain it, but the gameplay itself is the same as it's always been. The graphics might have changed over the years, as it obviously has. The gameplay is the main issue. Like, you can't say it's new or different when it's the same every year. Like, why don't they have them re-record the moves in a different selling, like different way to connect the moves together? Like, why do they always have to use the same repetition? Like, why? I don't understand it. I mean, 2K themselves came out and said, "Oh, we are re-mocapping. We are doing brand new mocapping for this game, specifically for this game." And yet, all I've seen is the same animations that they've had all these years, all these decades. I don't understand it. And the fucking weapon physics are the same, yet people are saying, "Oh, but there's damage now." There was damage in the games 10 years ago, but then they wanted to reverse it just to add it in now and claim it as brand new when it's not. Fucking environmental physics are the same. Oh, don't even get me started on the fucking commentary. Fucking hell. Anyway, yeah, the game can't be considered new or different when it's actually the same.
That's exactly why I'm gonna see the results from the other people, and then I'm gonna buy the game, because I'm not doing that. I'm not wasting my money like I did with 2K20. Like,
well, hang on, you've just contradicted yourself. You said you're going to wait and then buy it when you don't really want to buy it because you don't like how it is. So why are you going to buy it in that case?
To see if the people thinks it's good or not. If they think it's good, I'll give it a try. You can always get a refund out of it.
Yeah, the refund. Yeah, I didn't think about that.
Like, you're right. These 2K fucks need to change their shit when it comes to the wrestlers. When it comes to the moves, feels like every time I buy a game, I feel like I'm all the way back in 2011. The fuck?
Sure, yeah. I mean, how many years have we been asking for them to do the crawl animation doing a submission to reach the ropes? Like, why haven't we ever seen that?
Maybe they're not programmed to do it yet. But they should be, though. They've been doing it for years in real life.
Exactly. We're in 2022, and yet they can't progress forward on how they produced the games 20 years ago.
Exactly. And that's fucking weird.
Well, yeah, but they've got new camera angles. Oh my god! Oh my god! It makes it brand new. It makes it look so different. It makes it look so new. Fuck off! I remember them having new camera angles 10 years ago, which is much better than the ones they have now. Jesus Christ! Masking the. Yeah, sorry.
Camera angles? Fuck, I don't give a shit. Do I give a shit about Kevin Dunn's camera angles? I want new fucking shit. No one gives a shit about Kevin Dunn's camera angles. Nobody gives a shit about what else they think. Just give me new shit and stop giving the same stale bullshit that I keep seeing every fucking time, then calling it new in commercials. Stupendous game. Fuck you. Stupendous.
Just like WrestleMania 38 is going to be the most stupendous WrestleMania of all time.
Yeah, they got the first four letters in it right. Fuck.
Yeah.
That's stupid, yeah.
They got stupid. Like, fuck you.
Like Randy Orton said to Kofi Kingston all those years ago. Stupid. Yeah, I'm at the point now that I don't want to play any wrestling game ever again. Like, unless they give me actual new selling of the moves and actual new impact of the moves, then fuck off. Like, I've seen the new AEW game in the trailer and it has potential, and the Wrestling Code game has potential, but I just don't care. Like, unless they actually give me new, I don't care. Like, 2K can fuck off and they can give it to EA Sports or whatever. I don't care.
EA Sports. Who fuck? Wait, EA Sports is still alive?
I would assume so. Aren't they the ones who make the FIFA games every year?
Yeah.
Do people play FIFA still?
Well, here
I don't, but like,
here they do. Quite a few people play FIFA.
I do not remember FIFA at all. I don't play anymore.
Oh, nice.
Sorry, Kgabo.
Well, I don't play it either. I used to, but I don't. And it's also quite formulaic. It's also quite the same every year, and
Yeah, yeah.
Just like Call of Duty as well.
Okay, cut slack on the Call of Duty. It's just a shooting game.
Oh,
Just a
Even
shooting game, just like Fortnite. Fuck. Shit, man.
at
oh, here
least
we go.
Fortnite is one game. They don't copy and paste it every year.
Yeah, ripping off characters and breaking other people in the game to get exposure. Yeah, that's new. That's totally new.
Whatever.
Feel like WWE. The fuck?
And
Nah.
I mean, 2K spent 2 years working on this game, and yet they've just given us the same thing: new camera angles and new buttons to do the moves on. That's it.
Why they're taking us 2 years? Because Vince McMahon keeps firing half the roster. That's why.
Oh Jesus! Don't even get me started on that bullshit.
anyway,
Anyway, that is the rant about the video game over with. So
yeah. And speaking of releases, Mustafa Ali has been trying to get out of the company, and he requested his release a couple of days ago, but then it was shortly dismissed, and now he's stuck there. So I hope he can get out of there as soon as possible. Everybody else seems to be trying to get out of there. I bet you our friend Harry's probably going on. Oh, he's still got lots to do here. You know, WWE fans are WWE fans. They'll defend this stuff until they die. But anyway, I hope he gets out of there and goes to somewhere better. And yeah, they've had no plans for him. And speaking of no plans, they've been heavily advertising this Veer guy, saying he's coming to Raw, but apparently they've got no plans for him. Well, what do you think about the Ali stuff?
well, I find that very confusing because they seem to pick and choose who they want to release and they want to allow to grant a release to. I mean, if Vince McMahon can release his own son Shane McMahon, which apparently is what happened,
Oh yeah,
why can't he fucking release Mustafa Ali?
Yeah.
Fuck is going on? I had to pee.
What? Okay. Well, but basically, it won't allow Mustafa Ali to be released, yet Vince will allow his own son Shane to be released.
Yeah. You're fucked up. So you're gonna not release. I'd rather release a wrestler than my own blood relative. The fuck? This old man is screwed up, bro.
Yeah.
I mean, Vince fucking releases when he wants to. I mean, he picks and chooses who he wants to allow to release. It's so.
He picks and chooses to release all his son-in-law's NXT people, bro.
I mean, he would release like 80 fucking wrestlers in one day, yet one wrestler comes around and asks for their release, and Vince says, "No, pal, I will not accept that. No."
Yeah.
Mustafa Ali's contract is coming up really soon, so we might get his dreams after all. He's gonna walk out.
Yeah.
Believe me.
And then some sad
That's why.
news about Vince McMahon. His mother died a couple of days ago, so our condolences to her and to her family.
What happened?
Vince's mom died a couple of days ago.
Vicky, man, she used to play tennis until she was 94. That's incredible.
Wow.
Yeah, she used to play tennis until she was 94 years of age. Imagine playing tennis at 94. That is incredible.
Yeah.
No,
And she lived
never
to
played
be 101, I believe.
entire century old.
If that's any indication to how long Vince McMahon will probably still be in control for, and we've got a long while to come.
Yes.
And I'm not wishing death on Vince. I'm not. I'm just saying, like, if what? Would you? Why?
Why?
Yeah.
Want to go there? You really want to go there?
Yes, I want to go there. Why would you want to wish death on anyone? Like, I hate Vince a lot, but I also love him a little bit.
Yeah.
Why would you want to freaking wish him death? Why?
You know, comes at
You can wish him. You can wish him to retire. Absolutely, I agree.
Hell
wish him
yes.
death? No.
Possibly, but at some point, his time is up. His time's gonna be up. We just don't know when the hell his time is gonna be up because we've been wishing that for decades.
Yeah.
What? No.
So like,
I have not once ever wished for his death. I've wished for his retirement. Yes.
no,
plenty
I
of
said about his
times.
retirement, not his death.
You said.
You must listen, Josh. I heard retirement.
Yeah.
Basically, that's not one. Anyway.
Yeah. And John Moxley came back to AEW, and he cut a promo. And while he was cutting a promo, this one really rude fan heckled him and said, "Get that drunken piece of trash out of the ring." And then he cussed him out and told him to leave, and he got kicked out the building. And then this is after he was drunk and had to take a break from wrestling, and he's come back and he's in a lot better shape. I wish the best for him. And then a couple of days later, or probably the day after, Bubba Ray comes on his podcast and says he needs to apologize for what? For telling a very rude person to leave the building after saying a really nasty thing to you. Like, he did the same thing a couple of years ago when a woman heckled Roddy Piper after his death, and then, "Get that hoe out of the ring." That's what he said, and now he wants to come on here and tell John Moxley that he should apologize.
This is exactly why I don't listen to people like him or Booker T. This is why. This is exactly why. This man's a fucking bum. I don't like him. I really don't. You know.
Shucky ducky, crack my ass.
And you dig that, sucker? Fuck you. Fuck you. I will not dig that.
He's got nothing to apologize for. He just came back from being drunk.
But actually, he came back from rehab.
Well, I guess that's what I meant to say. End of story. Full stop. Finish and clear. And you can shut up if you have anything to say. But anyway, let's finally get on to the meat of the matter, and that is the Royal Rumble, taking place on the 29th of January 2022 in the Dome at St. Louis, Missouri, United States of America. And they have an opening package, which I thought was very good. Yes, the hometown of Randy Orton, which you cussed out almost a year ago, Josh, and it was a hilarious rant.
It was fun.
If only he kept hold of the fucking tag rope, I would never have made that fucking rant to begin with. If only he held on for another second, I would never have ranted in the way that I did.
Yeah.
He has himself to blame.
Wrestlers fuck up. Wrestlers botch. Wrestlers be rusty as hell. Maybe he was rusty. Ain't no excuse.
There
Listen
was,
to the rule.
and there,
Fucking idiot.
and there
Oh,
was.
sucker! Everyone does this. Everyone ignores the tightrope. Everyone. Fucking pisses
Then
me
you
off.
should have. Exactly. I said fucking idiot because he needs to listen to what he's doing. Doesn't know what the fuck he's doing. It's Randall Keith Orton. What the hell?
Yeah.
If it was just one botch that was made, like in rare times, then fine. I would be willing to forgive it. Like, oh, he just made that one botch, fine. But no.
He done
It's
Brazilian. Remember when he
constantly.
tried to RKO Jericho throwing his ass? Yeah.
What's that got to do with the tightrope?
It's talking about botches, not tag ropes.
But I'm talking about mind.
Yeah.
Anyway,
let's
the
move
Royal
on.
Rumble.
So then.
Wait, Josh, you're off sync. You're off sync.
Oh, you're off sync.
No, you are.
The video, but at least we can hear the audio fine, and that's what matters. Now at least the video of mine is not very too choppy, so that's good. But anyway, we had a opening package which was quite good. They're always very good with their video packages, the WWE. And then Pat McAfee and Michael Cole introduced themselves, and they ring in the first match for the Universal Championship. Roman Reigns, the champion, versus Seth Rollins. Roman Reigns makes his long, drawn-out entrance when he marches to the ring with his epic music, which has actually grown on me now ever since it debuted. And anyway, after that, Seth Rollins comes out with the Shield theme, and he's wearing Shield gear. And I was quite surprised like that, and I was like, whoa. And, that was quite nice to see. And Roman was very shocked, of course. And then, as I said, Pat McAfee name dropped John Moxley again after Seth Rollins name dropped him. And then the match starts. And by the way, the Usos and Paul Heyman are banned from ringside. Seth taunts Roman. He does some clothesline. Nope. He throws some jabs. Roman throws Seth Rollins into the corner, gives him some clothesline. Then they switch around, and Seth does some punches and kicks. He does a sling blade, does a clothesline over the top rope. He did 2 dives on Roman. Roman retaliated with an uppercut, and then he hit a drive-by. And then Seth Rollins powerbombs Roman through the announce desk. And then, I know, Josh, you might have had an issue with this. The referee was only at 3 when they got back into the ring. And by the time they got into the ring, I was already at 7. So I guess you have a problem with that, don't you? I guess we'll have to wait till all.
Yes.
Guess we'll have to wait till.
What happened?
The referee was counting slow. By the time they got back into the ring, I was already at 7. And then Seth Rollins does a splash. He tried to do a corkscrew moonsault, but then he missed. Roman speared him. Tried to spear him, but Seth Rollins countered with a big boot. He does a buckle bomb, did a stomp for a near fall, grounds and pounds him, does a power bomb. Wait, no. I keep missing some of these. Roman retaliates with a big clothesline, which looked very good. and then he grounded and pounded him. Did a power bomb. Seth Rollins does a triangle sleeper. Roman does a power bomb. He throws him into the ring post. Throws him into the over the barricade. Then they get back into the ringside and throws him into the steel step. Then hits a Superman punch for a 2 count. He speared Seth Rollins on the outside, and then Seth hit a pedigree for a 2 count. They did a 1-2. Roman did a spear. He got the guillotine in, but then Seth Rollins held the rope, and they had a rope break. And then, of course, this match ended in a disqualification, which was met with a wave of boos. So I gave this match Rasslin 9 and Logic a 6. What did you guys think of this?
I get why they booed. We wanted a fucking winner. That's what St. Louis came for. A fucking winner. I mean that's the point I got with St. Louis booing. The post-match attack though did not need to happen because Seth Rollins is a dick. The Shield thing was him being a dick. His whole character is being a dickhead. But again, it's wrestling. It's your character. And I genuinely think Roman felt really pissed off because he was trying to get to his head. And that's fucking perfect.
Yeah.
That's what we need. Real life shit. When it comes to WWE, because their shit scripted's fucking miserable. So like, yeah.
And what do you think, Josh?
I wasn't a fan of the DQ ending personally. Because we see them so often that they just become inconsequential. As a result, these days, the Shield thing, I'm not buying into at all. When Roman, when Seth broke up the Shield back in 2014, the way that he did, Roman basically had nothing to do with that breakup, or many months after that, if not an entire year after that, if not longer than that, because he was doing his own separate thing with Randy Orton, and then got injured for a bit, and they came back. Then the shit rumble into 2015 happened, and Brock happened. He had nothing to do with the Shield breakup. So why is he? Why are they going back to this now? This is like good eight or so years later. Like, why are they doing this now? Why didn't they do this at the time?
I get you.
I understand.
And I don't mind them. I don't mind them referencing it and bringing it back to now. I don't mind that. It's just Roman didn't really participate in the feud against Seth Rollins because it was mainly only Dean Ambrose that was angry at Seth Rollins for the breakup. Like, if they had their feud as a triple threat, basically, or handicap, whatever it is, back then they want to basically reference it now, and that would mean a lot more now. It would have so much more impact. That never happened, so now they're just basically trying to finish off something that should have been finished off all those years ago.
Yeah. With that said, we go into the second match and the last match that I took notes for, and that is the 2022 Women's Royal Rumble match. What do you have?
Fine.
Josh? What do you have?
No.
Okay, fine.
Really?
And also, sorry, yeah, I know, I interrupted, I know, but it just came to mind. But look, the reason for Seth Rollins versus Roman Reigns happening in the first place at this pay-per-view, Why? Like, Seth was from Raw, right? And now all of a sudden he's just allowed to go to SmackDown to face Roman Reigns for the Universal Championship. There was barely any build-up. There was barely any proper reasoning for this to happen. It just happened for the sake of it. And then Brock, well, we'll get into Brock later, but fucking hell. I just didn't like the reason for the match happening. Yeah. Anyway, the Women's Rumble that I rudely interrupted. Sorry.
Okay. Sasha Banks comes out in number 1, followed by returning Melina, who had quite a special entrance. They had a stare down. Banks hit a knee, and then eliminated Melina and did the split and mocked her. And then
may I say something, please? 60 seconds.
Yeah. And then
60 seconds.
Tamina comes out in number 3, and then Banks did a baseball slide drop kick, I assume, to her. Did a dive to the outside, I think through the middle rope, but she's still legal. She hit a bulldog.
My God! Legal my ass.
She hit a bulldog. Did some meteoras in the corner. I just said double knees because I forgot that move. Because I haven't seen her wrestle in almost pretty much over a year. She dipped at SummerSlam. That was the only other time I would have seen her wrestle. This is the first time I've seen her wrestle in a long time. But anyway, Tamina hits a headbutt. And then Kelly comes out at number 4. And then did a botch Hurricane Run on Tamina. Gave her a handspring elbow. Then Sasha Banks eliminated her. And then Aliyah came in at number 5. Who actually cut like a really robotic promo on SmackDown a couple months ago, I think now.
Don't do this shit. Please shut up. Please shut up. Yeah. And do not remind me of that horrible promo.
Yeah. She was literally looking at the script blatantly and trying to cut that promo. Sheesh.
Remember when she beat Natalia in like 3 seconds?
I didn't see that.
And she got her name in the Guinness World of Records.
Oh, whatever.
Like the Santino getting eliminated from WWE.
Anyway, she does a Thez press on Sasha Banks. Tamina slaps Aliyah. And then Liv Morgan comes out at number 6. Drop kicks Aliyah. Did a really nice drop kick to Tamina. She stomped both Sasha and Aliyah in the corner. Then Sasha Banks suplexed Aliyah 3 times. Then Zelina Vega comes out at number 7. Eliminates Sasha Banks. And then Bianca Belair comes out in number 8. I typed her name in capitals because she's one of my favorites. Goes on a frenzy in the ring. And then Dana Brooke comes in at 9 with Reggie. And I'm like, oh boy. I guess I have to see her now. Followed by Michelle McCool. And then Dana Brooke is almost eliminated, but then she was saved by Reggie, who catched her in midair and put her back in the ring. And then Michelle McCool literally hit a Styles clash. And AJ Styles' finish was stolen again. His phenomenal
Actually, hang on. I don't mean to cut you off there, Kgabo, but Michelle McCool used to have that as a regular finisher back in 2008, 2007, 6. So it's not really stolen. per se.
Yeah, but she still used his finish, and it's been used again now. His phenomenal
They could
form
share a finisher.
by Will Ospreay, who I gave a 0 in his match, and then now by Michelle McCool with his style clash. And then she
I don't
eliminated
have a
Dana Brooke.
yes. I don't have a problem though with Michelle using it.
Michelle is not a contracted wrestler. She's still sort of legend. So like she can do whatever she wants apparently.
I guess so. So I'll just give her some slack.
Bullshit
I
excuse
guess.
Vince gives.
Then she eliminated Dana Brooke finally, and then Sonya
Thank
Deville
you.
comes out. Yes, thank you. Sonya Deville
Thank you
comes
for taking
out.
out catering.
Thank you for taking out the trash. Sonya Deville comes out at number 11. She walks to the commentary table and sits there for a couple of minutes. Then Natalia comes in at number 12. And then Tamina is eliminated. And then Cameron comes in at number 13.
Whoa!
She was, I believe, Arian Andrew in AEW a couple of years ago. She was going to be in that women's tournament, which pretty much nobody watched, sadly. And then she did a hurricane run. She did a pretty nice hurricane runner to Liv Morgan. She gave Zelina a code breaker, but not to her back, to her face. Deville finally enters the ring and takes off her jackets, shoves Cameron to the ground, apparently because she's friends with Naomi Cameron, beats her up, and then eliminates her. Beat the crap out of the poor girl. And then right after, a racist beat the crap out of a black girl and eliminates her. And then Naomi comes in at number 14. And then she has a 1-2 with Deville, hits an enziguri, and then eliminates Deville. Then Carmella comes in at number 15. Oh boy. And then Rhea Ripley came in, another one of my favorites. She brought Carmella into the ring, who stood outside for quite a while, and then eliminated both her and Zelina, who are apparently the women's tag team champions.
Yeah.
Fucking champions in the Rumble.
Yeah.
I don't fucking know. Charlotte was in this later on, like a fucking.
And Mickey James was also
Bitch,
in there.
yeah.
Who's also a champion, but in another company.
This makes it worse.
They want to add her into the company, but not acknowledge her as a Knockouts champion. Only Pat McAfee did it one time on a random SmackDown. What the fuck? What's the point of putting her in the company if you're not? What's the point of inviting her to the company as a forbidden door if you're not even gonna acknowledge her as the right champion? Just call her women's champion. Fuck you, Vince. Like, come on. Just don't do it again if you're not gonna do it. The fuck?
She hit a Rhea Ripley hit a botched choke slam on Liv Morgan, hit a nice drop kick on Belair, slammed Aaliyah, and then the SmackDown Women's Champion Charlotte comes in. She eliminates Aaliyah, hits a fall-away slam on Liv Morgan, hits 4 chops on Naomi, gets a botched elimination, and Deville helps her. She takes Naomi's hands and yanks her right off the platform, off the ring apron. And then they tee off, they fight off. And then this other wrestler named Ivory, who I've never heard of, seems to have some primary school teacher gimmick, and she cut a promo, and she was like, all I see in this ring is some wayward little girls. You all should be women, taking care of the kids in the kitchen, and then she gets hilariously eliminated by Rhea Ripley, gets thrown over the top rope, and then Rhea pushes her off
Fucking
the
Ivory.
and then she goes, "Don't you dare just me!" And then I was laughing at that. That was quite funny.
Ivory, her gimmick, well, the
Like he's
gimmick that
censored.
she used here, yes, right to censor, on basically the year 2001. Right to censor, basically to censor, to make it PG. They don't want any like sexual antics, or she didn't want the women to look appealing, wants them to be all dressed up, like 1950s women. She wants them to be, family women working in the house, all that bullshit.
Housewives.
Yes,
Yeah, all
yes.
that sexist
That's her
BS.
character. Yes, that's her character. Yes.
And then Brie Bella comes in at number 19. She has
Fuck
a
you.
friction in the ring.
Free mode.
Brie what?
Free mode.
Oh yeah. And then,
And she's still using the yes chance.
oh yeah, I was about to
He's
say
not
that.
in the company.
Not anymore. He's in the other company.
Fuck.
And had a
Been
really
released for 2 years now. What in the world, bro? Give it a break. Fucking bitch.
and he
Damn.
had an hour Broadway with Hangman Page back in December, which was good.
That was fucking awesome.
Yeah. And then the Impact Knockouts champion Mickie James comes in at number 20, and she eliminates Michelle McCool, who apparently she had tension with in the past.
I remember.
Oh yes, I remember
still
when
fucking hard.
Michelle. I remember when Michelle used to call Mickie James fat when she wasn't.
Oh yeah, that was the Piggy James thing.
Yes.
Fuck you. Would you remind me of that
Mickie
shit?
James, you're fat, so now I'm going to feud with you now because you're fat, and I don't want you to be fat.
All
The
women's
fuck
champion.
was that
Fat
about?
women's champion. Fuck you.
She wasn't even fat. She was thin, if anything.
Yeah.
She was either thin or thick. The fuck?
Fucking Vincent is fat.
Fuck you.
That was
Fucking shit.
one of the goofiest stuff. And don't even get me started what they played on the screen there. Literally, like they took a picture of a children's
And like-
nursery rhyme. Like, what's that one nursery
Oh my
rhyme?
god. Don't.
Blah black sheep.
Yo.
Have you anymore?
No,
I don't
the
know.
other one. Oh, McDonald's had a farm. E-I-E-I-O.
E-I-E-I-O. Yeah,
He
yeah.
took, he took a
Mickey
screenshot.
James is a pig. E-I-E-I. Yeah. That fucking bullshit. Yeah.
Took a screenshot of that nursery rhyme and put a face on it. But anyway,
Exactly why I stopped watching wrestling in 2010 and 2009. Fuck you, bro. What the?
yeah.
It's too.
It
They got
was
too PG.
2010, yes. Royal Rumble to 2010, to be more precise.
And then
And we go and we watched them make a rebuild feud in the past, and like I stated earlier, they didn't acknowledge her as Knockouts champion, just women's champion.
yeah.
Bullshit. If you're not gonna acknowledge her as a right champion, don't invite her to your company. She's a seller for herself. Didn't someone said trash bags to her of all her creative ideas 2006
Yeah.
to 2021?
Yes. That Mark
Fuck outta
Carano
here.
guy. I think we
Fuck
did
you.
talk about him last year. That was supposed to be on one
did,
of the
yes.
cancelled episodes.
Yeah.
So I guess I did talk about that. But anyway,
Sold herself out.
Alicia Fox came in at number 21, and she drop kicked Liv Morgan, did an axe kick on Mickie James, drop kicked Natalia, and then Nikki Trash comes in At number 22, gets in a 1-2 with Rhea Ripley, almost eliminates her, and then Rhea Ripley calls her a piece of shit and a twat, which always quite a common insult in the UK, where you live,
Yes.
Josh.
Yes.
You've
Yes, it
used
is.
it a couple of times.
Yes, I have.
And then Nikki leaves her ring under the bottom rope. And Summer Rae comes in at number 23. Oh, jeez. Then had a slapping match with Natalia. Got literally shoved down by Charlotte Flair so hard. I wouldn't be surprised if she suffered a concussion from that. She was pushed down like a rag doll.
That was funny. That was fun.
I mean, at one point they paused just to figure out what they were supposed to do next.
Yeah.
God.
And by the way, Vince, whoever decides Summer Rae to be a legend, if she's a legend, then I'm a Hall of Famer. Fuck yourself. Fuck.
Yeah.
No. She's not a legend. That's not a legend. Want to see a legend? Yeah, come to my house. The fuck?
Yeah.
That's ridiculous. That's ridiculous. That's all I'm gonna say. Okay, Kgabo, go back.
And then Summer is eliminated by Natalia. And then
Yeah, legend my ass.
Bree's sister, I almost said brother, Nikki comes in at number 24 and gave Natalia a spine buster. Both Bella's flapjack Bianca Belair. Then Sarah Logan came in at number 25. Then I fast forwarded a few minutes until Flair and Ronda Rousey, who came back, are the last two, and then literally they didn't even have a proper fight. Ronda Rousey literally just threw her over the top rope and took the thing. And I gave Rasslin 6 and Logic a 3. Not really sure about Ronda Rousey winning, and they literally just threw her at Charlotte. And now she's gonna go against Charlotte on SmackDown at WrestleMania.
You have to put Charlotte in a situation that would get her over, because all Charlotte wants is for herself to get over. That's it. That's why that bullshit happened. That shouldn't even need to be happening.
Yeah.
And by the way, on Friday, Ronda chose her decision. It's Charlotte Flair. The fuck?
Yeah.
I have a lot to say, but I just don't want to say it right now because we might get age restricted. So I'm not gonna do it.
Okay.
You do know, Rellsucka, that there's an option on YouTube now that you can pick which age group you want to put
Unless
the video towards.
or we get taken down. It happened before.
Well,
Anyway, the women's Rumble 0, me personally.
Dang.
Totally.
Wanda, very, very fucking confused with her. Is she or is she not pregnant?
She was pregnant. She had I think she had the baby already.
I remember that she was leaving in 2019 after WrestleMania 35. Oh, what a shit main event that was. Fucking hell. And she left because she wanted to take a pregnancy vacation or whatever wording that she used.
3 years.
And now she's back.
Pregnancy vacation.
I don't even.
Instantly.
Is she
in the main
pregnant
event.
or?
Well, if she was, she'd had a big bump and she wouldn't be here.
I don't understand. And if she has had the baby, then why isn't she home? And why is Becky Lynch here? Why isn't she home attending to her child? I don't understand these fucking stupid women. Like, if you have birth to a child, or at least the first year, or if not the first 2 to 3 years, you should be at home with that child to take care of them until they're ready to, you know. I don't understand it.
Okay.
That's me. And yeah, Sasha Banks' early elimination. Fucking, what the fuck was that? Why bring her back on SmackDown just to fucking...
You know that felt like fucking when Bray Wyatt eliminated Daniel Bryan in 2015. That's what that felt like. I'm like, what the fuck, bro? That's exactly what it felt like. That she had to pose and shit like that. And it had to be fucking Thea Trinidad? Come on, bro. That, out of 4 people, you pick Zelina Vega?
Yeah.
Company could go suck.
I mean, she should have... oh, God, no. She should have been in the Final 4 at the very least. Like, Sasha. Like, why wouldn't she... Oh, I don't understand.
Yeah.
Maybe she's winning next year. She never won a Rumble.
She never
Like,
won a Rumble, and they've had it for about 4 years.
Anyway, the match was shit to me. Like, most of... I don't want to get into it, really. But, yeah, Ronda winning. Why? Why? Like, why not use this opportunity to establish, I don't know, Liv Morgan or somebody else, for example?
Give her a second chance.
Like, why waste it on somebody who doesn't need it at all? I mean, Ronda can come back and just fucking challenge fucking Charlotte Flair if she really wants to. I mean, fucking Lita came back and fucking challenged Becky Lynch without doing shit to fucking earn it. I mean, fucking what? I'm so fucking angry right now.
Go ahead.
For me,
go all the time. I haven't taken my
Rumble.
notes anyway.
The fuck?
This
You're saying Rellsucka?
Y'all frozen.
Okay. Am I?
Okay, the Rumble was alright to me. First, it had more surprises than the men. The men's were fucking boring, but like anyone but Ronda Rousey. I'll take a Liv Morgan. I'll take a Sasha Banks. For fuck's sakes, that's probably the only 2 I would take. No one else.
Yeah.
Literally.
Yeah, and then Charlotte Flair. Why was she in the match?
Why is she in the
SmackDown
match?
Exactly.
Already.
What's the point? It's like when fucking Brock Lesnar was in there 2 years ago. What's the point?
Charlotte Flair's already champion. Why put a fucking champion in the damn Rumble? She wants to put herself over because she's a Flair. No one gives a shit. No one gives a shit about you either. Like, that's what pissed me.
What would have happened if she won? Would she have fucking chosen to wrestle herself at WrestleMania?
I mean, she'll wrestle herself in the bed? What the hell? Come on, bruh.
Yeah, I just don't.
Maybe champion versus champion. I don't give a fuck. No one cares.
Oh, fuck off. We'll fucking get into that later. Trust me.
Well, how about now? Because I don't have any more matches to review because I haven't taken notes.
Kgabo, what the fuck, man?
Is the rest of the pay-per-view, Kgabo? Have you not seen the rest of it?
No.
Right, yes, that's a good point. Sure. Well, what did come after this?
I think
against Doudrop, right?
Doudrop.
Waste of a match. waste of a fucking match.
And the finish didn't even look real. How can this skinny ass bitch pick up this to over almost 300-pound woman? That felt unrealistic.
Yo. Apologies for this inconvenience. My Discord crashed, and we've had problems ever since, and we couldn't get it back to how it was supposed to be. And unfortunately, this is the end of this episode. So until next time, probably Elimination Chamber. This is Kgabinator signing out. I'm really sorry.